Sometimes life lets you down and you feel that you are done. You just want a morning run because the fun is all gone. But sometimes life makes you proud when you look far and wide, when you leave the pain behind and see the brighter side. TNC gives you inspiration. TNC reignites your passion. TNC starts your transformation. TNC helps you see the new you.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to the new channel. We are here to see the new you. My name is Carmine Ortega, and this is U-Turn. Good morning, U-Turners. Welcome to the show. Kamusta kayo wherever you are? Are you in Metro Manila? Are you somewhere in other cities in the country? Here dito sa amin, I'm streaming live from Marikina. Maulan, it's been rainy. And I think that's the general weather these days. So I hope you guys are well. Stay dry, stay safe wherever you are. And please give us a shout out where you are watching from, okay? Ayan. So thank you in advance for watching our show. Now, before I continue, I'd like to give a little recap of our previous show. We had this on Monday. Monday was the premiere of season 2. So welcome to season 2 of U-Turn. Our guest was Ria Fernandez, founder of Curly Girls Philippines. And it was a very meaningful discussion on, how the Facebook group became 51,000 strong, and very inspiring kasi you will see happy girls from being unhappy with their pinipilit na matuwid na buhok to now curly and gorgeous hair. So that made a lot of difference in their confidence. Please watch that episode. All right. So I would like to greet a few people happy birthday. Una muna belated, no? So I'd like to greet the following people. Belated happy birthday. Sixto Berber. Hi, Six. Jeric Timbang. Belated happy birthday to you also. And Apollo Abraham, Ryan Riego, and an upcoming guest, Wax Frias Loudon. Belated happy birthday to you guys. And today, celebrating her birthday, Miss Jamie Manalad. Hello, pretty girl. I hope you have many more birthdays to come. Okay, so now it's time to announce winners. Isa lang muna. It's time to announce our winner or recipient of the gift that we gave away during the last episode, okay? And she's getting the Beauty Breeze. It's a mirror that is equipped with light and an electric fan. O, diba? That's the Beauty Breeze. And she is receiving this because she interpreted last episode's quote. And here it goes. I'll read it for you. So often we obsess about looking our very best We, especially young women, have been conditioned to aspire for the ideal, perfect appearance, perfect hair, perfect face, perfect body. I know from personal experience how overly critical I can be of myself and my self image. But in reality, it is only when we are willing to accept ourselves, even in spite of our seeming imperfections, when we can love ourselves both when our look is on fleek or unfleek, when we finally stop looking for flaws to correct and cover up, that is when we can fully take pride in ourselves and how we look, blemishes and all, because it is when we are at our most confident that we are at our most beautiful. Ang ganda ng pagkasulat niya. And the person who gave this interpretation is Dana V of Santa Rosa, Laguna. So congratulations, you are receiving our gift, the Beauty Breeze. Okay, so how did she receive this um, beauty breeze? No, so obviously we gave a quote and she gave that interpretation. But aside from that, she also shared our live stream. So if you want to receive today's gift, and I will show it to you in a moment. If you want to receive it, please share our live stream, like our Facebook page, it's TNC Now, and then leave your interpretation in the comment section. And I am about to show you what you might get, you might receive. It's called, related ito sa guest natin, it's called a pancake machine. I also call it a batter dispenser. I'll show you what it is. Okay? So it's like a picture. Ta-da! It's like a picture. What it does, it dispenses batter. Okay, so if you're making cookies or pancakes or cupcakes and you want uniform size or volume of what you're making, use this. Okay, so it's very helpful that way. Uniform, hindi yung may maliit, may malaki, may marami, may konti. Okay? So again, like our page, TNC Now, and leave an interpretation of this quote. Okay, eto na yung quote. It's by Howard Thurman. It goes, don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Okay? Mahaba pero very malaman. In fact, this is my favorite quote. I love it so much that I have it printed on my business card. Okay? Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. What does come alive mean? It means to be excited and to be filled with energy, to suddenly be filled with energy, okay, and excitement. So interpret that. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that. Um, to come alive, this is what I believe. To come alive, you have to know what you want to do. You have to know your passions. Okay? Kasi to me, happiness is about what will determine your happiness is what you do every day. And it's not literally every day, but it's about how you spend most of your time. Okay, so think about that. That's a challenge I want to pose to you today. Think about what makes you come alive. Think about what makes you happy. You know, you do it every day. I'll give you an example. And I answered a passion test, and you can do that too. Okay, passion test. It asks you, what did you want to do when you were little? What was your dream? If you didn't have to work or if you didn't have to go to school, what would you rather do? So it asks questions like that. And when I answered that, ang lumabas sa akin, mahilig pala ako mag-travel. Kasi when I was little, I wanted to be a flight attendant. If I didn't have to work or didn't have to, obviously I don't go to school anymore. If I didn't have to work, what would I rather do? Travel. Even if I have to drive to get to somewhere, I want to do that. And how do I spend my weekends, for example? If it were up to me, I would go out of town and take my kids on an adventure or something. So it's answering questions like that that help you realize kung ano talaga yung gusto mo. Runner up to travel, to me, is teaching and speaking. So I am doing that with U-Turn now and also with my profession of being a trainer. So, yun, no, baka hindi nyo lang na-realize kung ano yung gusto nyo. Pero if you answer questions like that, you will probably be more enlightened. Another question is, if you could host your own show, what would it be about? Ayan. So when I answered that question, sabi ko, I want a travel show. Obviously, I can't do that right now, but I have U-Turn. So yun, no? And I believe when we acknowledge our passions, when we give it honor. When we honor it, we are happier, doors will open, we are more alive, and success will come knocking on our door. Kasi yun talaga yung para sa atin. So, yes, please let me know. Let us know through the comment section, of course, your interpretation of the quote and what makes you come alive. And, dami, no? And what makes you come alive. Yan. Where you're streaming from, ayun. I'm sorry, where you're streaming from. Dami, no? Dami hinihingi. Hi to Mark Estacio, my good friend. Thank you for watching and thank you for sharing. Okay. Daming sinabi. So leave that quote, like our page, share the show, and you could get the batter dispenser. I really love that quote. Okay, so now it is time to introduce our guest. Excited ako dito sa guest na to kasi, well, he is many things, no? Bukod sa taga Marikina siya, bukod sa bata siya, he was also, he still is, no? The one and only junior master chef in the Philippines. He is a college student and at the Ateneo, and he is an entrepreneur and head chef at Pat Clemenza. So we will play this video to introduce him, and then we will call him in next. Let us welcome to the show our guest for today, youngster. What happened? Okay, ulitin natin. Let us welcome to the show Philippine Junior Master Chef, college student, entrepreneur, and head chef at Pat Clemenza, Kyle Adrian Imao. Hi, Kyle. Good morning.
Hello. Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. Good morning.
Say hello to our guests.
Hello,
Sorry.
everyone. Hello to everyone watching. I hope you guys have a good day.
All right, great. And thank you for joining us here today. Okay. So before we get into it, let's just say hello to some people and uh, you can say hello back to them. And I think some of them are your friends. Okay. All right. So Nez Argam is watching from Antipolo City. Hi. Mikey Siguenza is watching from Quezon City. Mark Louis Estacio, good morning to you. I believe he's in Parañaque. Russell Tubiera, good day. She's watching from Kuwait. Oh, imagine that. And also from Antipolo. Juanlu Lunaria, one of the hosts here at the U-Turn. Yeah, we also have Eileen Cleofe. Jean-Claude, where are you watching from, Jean-Claude? Jean-Claude loves to cook also. And then Joby, another host at the new channel, and also Joy Rombawa. Hi, Kyle. He's your friend. She's your friend. Sorry. Right? Joy Rombawa, she's your friend.
Hello. Oh,
Is Joy Rombawa your friend?
yes, she was my teacher in grade school.
Oh, okay. Hi. All right. Hi, Miss Joy.
Sorry.
Okay. So, Kyle, welcome to the show, and thank you for agreeing to guest here on our show. All right. So, how are you these days? What have you been busy with?
Especially since because of the pandemic, I've been busy with taking care of the food here in the family. I've been cooking for my cousins, my grandmother. That's mainly what I've been doing, and then preparing stuff for getting ready for school, especially since it's going to be a little difficult to adjust to the new curriculum that everything's online. So it's been that's mainly what I've been doing, taking care of my family, our cats, our dogs. Mainly in these times of great disarray, I'm just trying to make sure everything around the people I care about, people I love, are all happy and they're enjoying themselves by simple things like just cook for them and make sure they enjoy the meals that we have together.
Right. Okay. So that's what keeps you busy. You take care of all the meals at home. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle belongs to a big household. I mean, they live in a compound, and so he is the assigned cook and chef at home. So, what do you cook, for example, for everyone? Do you even cook stuff like adobo or
Yes,
pritong tilapia?
uh, oh yes, of course. Yeah, actually, we just had adobo yesterday, but there are times we'll make pizzas, and then usually I make donuts, cream puffs. I bake a lot. We make our own bread now at home, and then but we have there are times that will be a little extravagant, like during my if it's someone's birthday, we'll have like how many like a 4 course meal, 5 course meal. So it's been I cook ranging from I do Indian, French, Japanese, Chinese. So I've really been cooking a lot. It's like and stuff that let's say my cousins or my uncle they have requests.
Mhm.
I'll do stuff that they like if someone wants lasagna,
Okay.
and we'll have lasagna. So it's
Okay.
really anything and everything.
Okay. All right. So, you're here on U-Turn, right? And here on U-Turn, we share stories of, life changing. For example, somebody who was ill with something critical, and then that person is now well, or somebody who was an OFW and that person is now a huge entrepreneur. Okay. Now, we're guesting you because before you became junior master chef and before you became an entrepreneur and head chef at Pat Clemenza, you were once a young student who was known to be pasaway, right? And um, can you tell us a little bit about that? Just a little bit. And this is for the benefit of our viewers. So we can see the transition, from that pasaway kid to the sensation that you are now.
Oh, pasaway is it's almost an endearing term for it. But when I was a kid, I got into a lot of trouble. Like when I was a little boy, I got into uh, I would get into fist fights with other kids, and those were yeah. It's like I was very magulo. I was makulit with my teachers. My teachers thought I was pretty much a nightmare to deal with. I was really rowdy in school, so that I was that kind of paso. I was pretty much a problem that my dad would have to almost he'd visit school, my school in Genium almost once a week because every week I'd get into some sort of trouble.
Okay. All right. So your dad was called to the school almost every week. And how did that make you feel? Of course, you were young, you couldn't really process too much. But what was the general mood for you? How were you feeling during those times? What was in your head?
When I was a kid, it was of course, a kid has a lot of energy, and for me, it's like a lot of times when I was young, it's like things lack it's like I wasn't challenged enough. Like I was bored when I was a kid, and to make my life exciting, instead of doing something productive, I caused trouble. It's like since I didn't have any direction, instead of being able to focus my excess energy into focusing on something that can help me grow, I just wreaked havoc anywhere I went. So that was pretty much why that's what I was
Okay.
like when I was a kid.
Okay. And I'm curious about this, okay? And of course, again, you were young at that time. after making trouble, were you remorseful? Did you say sorry? Did you mean it when you said sorry? Whenever you made trouble, did you vow to not make trouble again?
Yes. Of course, at some point in time, you reach you think you learned that what you were doing was wrong, and now that, it's like sometimes you use it as an excuse that, oh, I was a kid then, I didn't know much better, but I could have been a better person then. I always look back at that time and I look back at myself and say, it's like, instead of causing trouble because I was bored, I could have done something that I could have been helpful towards other people. So it's something that I tell myself. I try to keep myself grounded in those principles that, I was once a very rowdy child, and I don't want to return back to that. And now I just have to focus on being a good person for myself, and being a good person who helps out in society.
All right, that's nice. And then Junior Master Chef happened, right? You were around 11 or 12 years old at that time. Would you consider that as a turning point for you? I mean, do you categorically say that?
Yeah, definitely. Uh, it's like, if my life were a story, that is like, that is almost like, that's like my redemption arc. It's like that is a point where I was able to find something that I could focus my excess energy into, and I could do something productive. And that is a point that I was able to, shed my rowdy behaviors and be able to put my energy into something that can help others and make other people happy.
All right. So that was a really turning that was a real turning point for you. And look at you now. Of course, you're in college. You grew up. You're now 20 years old. You're in college. What are you studying?
Um, right now, I'm studying in the Ateneo, and I'm studying uh, restaurant entrepreneurship, which is a new course in Ateneo where it's in partnership with the Cordon Bleu. So I have cooking classes, and it's still very much a business course, but it's mainly for people who want to be restaurateurs.
Right. Okay. So you're a college student. You're studying what's that? Entrepreneurship, restaurant entrepreneurship. You're also head chef at Pat Clemenza. We saw a video about that. We'll talk about that a little later. But what I'm saying right now is, that was your before picture, your description of how you were when you were young, and now you are this. That's your take on what happened. Now, I have somebody who will be sharing her version of what happened, from the pasaway little boy to how you are now. Did you know your mom is part of the show?
Oh no, I did it.
No, you didn't know. Okay, let's listen to her right now. Okay, listen.
Junior MasterChef was the turning point in Kyle's life and ours. Prior to Junior MasterChef, he had a lot of pent up energy, which he didn't know how to channel. When he ended up auditioning for the show and seeing that he did have potential to channel his energy and see results coming from it, I think he started to learn what his true potential is. Kyle as a kid, had a problem handling his anger. When he would get angry at someone or at a situation, he did have a tendency to punch things, to throw things. He did exhibit a little bit of violence, also with how he expressed himself. So this was in terms of his drawing. He's always been artistic. He would be drawing things about the world ending, about violence, about people shooting each other. A lot of it was him not knowing where to put or where to channel everything that was inside him. We were extremely worried. Since winning the title and during the journey itself, we saw the changes quite rapidly. From being a child who was quite lost, not knowing what to do, having no direction, to someone who knew spot on what he needed to do, what he wanted to achieve. After Junior MasterChef, he had already set what his goals would be in the future. If he had an event, everything that was entailed, planning, all that, he had learned how to set goals, how to set agendas so that he would be able to achieve the end result.
All right, that was Milan, your mom. Okay, what do you think about what she said?
Yes, she worded it almost exactly the same way that I did. It's like energy, the anger management. That I wasn't able to say that, but yeah, it was basic. She's spot on about that was how I was when I was a kid.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so now, we've seen your turnaround from pasaway to panalo, and I think you're very lucky because you were able to become self-aware early on. I mean, after your early years, you made bawi, you made bawi. Suddenly you were mature. Suddenly you were organized. Suddenly you're self-aware and you know what to do and what you want. So I think you're very fortunate. A lot of people have grown older and they still don't know their passion. They still don't know their purpose. So congratulations to you. I'm very happy for you. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about what you do now, but we will go on break first. Okay, so we'll be right back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to U-Turn. Okay, so we have some announcements. Are you seeing it? There you go. Okay. So we have these shows here on the new channel. We hope you can watch them as well. Okay, we have the big picture. It streams Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. We also have HR Hotline Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 12 p.m. We have iBusiness with Dr. Mike and Bert Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 Central. They stream live from Texas and Tennessee. We also have the fourth project, Wednesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Dubai time. That's 11 p.m. here in Manila. We also have Usapang Beauty for discussions on beauty inside and out. Thursdays and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. The Home Buyer streams live Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. This is about the journeys of buying property. Have fun here with the Puppet Stories with Wanlu Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. We also have TNC Marketplace, your online bazaar, Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Bagong bago, we have Yo Law. Okay, the law can be fun and interesting. This is with Attorney Carla and Attorney Sheila, Mondays and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. So that's today. Later they have an episode. We also have TNC The Talk, Mondays at 12 noon. This is two speakers in one platform. And then we have a chillaxin show talking about life outside of work. It's called After Shift with Chino and Trisha, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. And we also have other specials like the Press Con, TNC Town Hall, and also One Day. They alternate. Okay, so that is, there's more coming. Okay, so these are our inspirational shows here on the new channel. All right. Okay, so I will say hello to some more people. Ayan, we have Rizali, Juan Lu. He's saying, and Kyle, I know you're listening. Today, for the first time in 10 years, I cooked 2 fried eggs and bacon. Finally figured out the tricky how the tricky stove works. That's funny. This is my acupuncturist, Maria Cristina Ganilla Parungao. Hi, Chris. Thank you for watching. Ayan, if you need acupuncture services. Ann Santos, I know she's watching from Baguio City, right, Ann? So nice to see this segment. Thank you for watching. I hope you can share our show. Ellis Balde from Pampanga, the culinary capital of the world. Yes, you're right. Okay, and my pamangkin says he's watching from BGC. Dak, gusto mo mag-guest dito? Rizali Ibarra is watching from next door. I'm assuming you're next door to Kyle. Okay, let's welcome Kyle back. Ayan. Hi, Kyle. I hope you're having fun. I am having fun. It's on mute. Are you on mute?
Hello again.
All right. Okay, speaking of fun, let us play a little game. It's called Quick Turn, real quick. Play along. Okay, so Quick Turn is very simple. I will say a few random things and tell me how you feel about them. If you like them, say right turn. If you don't like them, say left turn. You love them, say U-turn. Okay, so if it's love, it's U-turn. Okay, Android.
Pardon? Sorry.
Android. Like Android, the phone system. Android.
Right turn.
Okay. Buko pie.
Right turn.
Cycling.
U-turn.
Oh, you love it. Okay. Rap music.
Right turn.
Is there anything you don't like? I haven't gotten to it. It's okay. Baguio. Baguio or Boracay? What's your choice? Baguio or Boracay?
Baguio.
Okay. Algebra.
Right turn.
Okay. And fish balls.
Okay, that one left turn.
Okay. Finally, we have a turn. Okay. So thank you for playing along.
More.
Okay. All right. So are you using a mic, Kyle? Are you using a mic right now?
No, I'm
There's a
not.
little bit of static.
Yeah, sorry, there's a little. Yeah. Is that better?
Is that Yes, yes, so much better. Oops, there's it's back. Okay. Anyway, so let's get on with the interview. So, what is Fat Clemenza? We mentioned Fat Clemenza earlier. What is it?
So, because in school, we have this thing where there's a entire cafeteria where all the businesses are run by students. And in order to get there, you have to join a contest. So, me and my friends, when we were in our freshman year, we decided to join, and then we won a spot. So now we had a business that was running in Ateneo while we were studying while we were sophomores. So we were managing our business while we were sophomores.
Mhm.
So the business then, because we're all kind of in my what do you call that, like pasaway uh, phase. We all like gangster flicks like The Godfather, um, Goodfellas. So those are
Mhm.
things that movies we like. So that is the theme of our business.
Mhm. So it was, yeah, Godfather-ish, just like in the video. You also had Kyle's Lab. We're seeing it in the background there on your wall. Kyle's Lab belonged to you, right? This is
Yeah, that
right.
was a business. That was a business I had when I was like 13 years old. That was in BGC in the Mine Museum. So that was the my very first business venture, and that was a very special one for me because I was the one who did the presentation for um, the Ayalas, the Mine Museum. I did the presentation for the business that why they should have me set up my stall there. Like I was telling them, because the Mine Museum, it's a museum for kids, to be able to learn more things. And I said, and have fun. So it's like, who's who better to serve kids than someone who is a kid? So I was able to get the contract, and then we had the business for a year.
Okay, all right. That's amazing. So it really was your idea to open a restaurant. It wasn't a suggestion to you. You're so young, 13 years old.
It was a suggestion because one of my titas, she she worked there in the mine museum, and then she said, like she suggested that why don't you we should the place needs a food stall that's interesting, that would cater to the kids. It's like so that the experience doesn't just end around the museum. Even when they take a break, they'll still feel the magic of the entire museum, or more of the science of it.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Um. So you're studying restaurant entrepreneurship, right? Why didn't you take up a culinary course?
Um, it's still it's more, actually it's still a very much business course with some minor. We don't have a lot of culinary classes, but it's like my first course was really management of applied chemistry. Then I shifted into restaurant entrepreneurship when because it's a new course. When I saw the entire building and they had it was a state of the art kitchen. It was the kitchen is beautiful, and I was like, I wanted to be there. So I was like, uh, I, then I decided to shift.
Okay. Okay. And so I suppose learning how to cook, learning techniques, learning about flavors or experimenting comes easily to you, and you probably felt that you needed to learn more about management. That's why you did that. My question now is on the culinary side, are you more of a baker or a cook? You know what I mean? Like, do you like baking more than actually cooking? Do you like desserts more than savories? I don't even know the correct terms.
Yes, actually, when it comes to food, I really like pastries more because there's a lot more precision to it. So, uh, I like it because, well, I like cooking in general because it's an applied form of both art and science. You know, it's something that you need to have a feel of in order to be able to be good at it. And at the same time, it's something that if you have the understanding of it, like if you know in your head why things happen, the chemical reactions behind them, it's understanding those that helps you become a really good cook. So, and because baking is much more, it's so a lot more, you know, technical, precise. It's almost like basically it's like it's kitchen chemistry. That's what it is. So that's why
Mhm.
I like to bake more.
Okay. All right. That's a good insight. It's a combination of science, of art and science. I have another question for you. And please say something that's relatable to the rest of us. Okay? My question is, um, who is your favorite celebrity chef? Or maybe if you don't have one, maybe name two or three, right? But you might say somebody we don't know, so maybe somebody we know. Is it Bobby Flay? Is it Robert Chin? You know, the Australian person. Who are your favorites?
So with celebrity chefs, I really like, of course, when I was a kid, I loved watching Gordon Ramsay. He was fast, he was flashy, he was cool. And then I also really like, my favorite one. I have his books is Heston Blumenthal. That's actually my biggest food idol because
Mhm.
he's a he was what do you call it? He really liked to apply science into cooking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Great. Good to hear. Okay. Um, to our viewers, if you have any questions for Kyle, leave them in the comment section. We'll try our best to answer them. I have one question right now before we go on the second break. Between your mom and dad, who is the better cook? Who is the bigger influence in your cooking?
Father wins by a landslide. You can't compare them really. My dad is he's a very good cook. He's until now still he's still if you he's still a very creative. He's a creative mind in the kitchen. That's where we're very different. Um, he does everything by feel, while I like to measure everything. It's like everything I like to weigh everything. While he on the other hand, he's an artist in the kitchen. I'm more of like a chemist in the kitchen. But my dad is he's an exceptional cook. He's from Pampanga, so my father's side of the family they're Kapampangan, so they're all really good cooks.
There you go. Culinary capital of the Philippines, right? Artist in the kitchen. Speaking of artists, ladies and gentlemen, Kim, Kyle belongs to a family of artists, actually. His late grandfather was a national artist. His uncle is a well-known artist, Adrian Imao, and the brothers, and including his dad, they're well-known artists also. Very creative family. And you heard earlier in the mom's video that Kyle can actually draw as well. Okay, so Kyle, we will talk a little bit more, but for now, we will go on break. Welcome back to U-Turn on TNC. We're having a very nice time here talking with our guest, Kyle Imao, Junior Master Chef Philippine Edition, the one and only. Okay, so let us call him back. While we are saying hello to more people, Rafi Siguenza is watching. Trisha Montemayor says she likes buko pie. Gusto yata mag-guest, sabi niya U-turn daw yung buko pie. Hi, Trisha. Trisha is one of the hosts on After Shift, a show here. Okay. And then Rafi, my daughter, is watching. Thank you, Anak. Trisha also likes Gordon Ramsay. Ellis Balde is requoting, leaving the quote. Okay. Good morning, Kim and Kyle. Email from Michelle Helen Garcia. Ayan. Parang somebody who's very close to you, I think. All right. Okay. So, Kim, I have something to show here, and I'll ask one or two questions about the picture. Okay. Just a few pictures. All right. Ayan. This was during Junior Masterchef. Your hands are like this, you're praying. What was going on in your mind? Ang cute mo, baby ka.
Okay. This was team challenge before, and this was a time we did a reverse sweep. It's like we lost hard the first few rounds, and then I was praying to God that it's like we need to be able to turn things around, and then after that, we just since it is teams, the bottom team will go to elimination, and then one person will have to go home. And I was like, I don't want to go home. So I was just praying there. It was amazing. Like we turned things around, and we ended up at the top of the leaderboard. So that was one answered prayer there.
Okay. All right. Cool. Next picture. So static. What is this picture? And can you speak a little louder, please?
Um, this picture, this was when I was right soon after winning Junior MasterChef. I demoed how to make cream puffs in my old school in Genium, and it was a fun experience. I thought I was trying to teach my old friends, the younger kids, how to make. They were just simple cream puffs, and it was one of the first. It was one of the first cooking demos I did after winning.
And you studied here. You mentioned former classmates, so you went to school here as well.
Yes,
Okay.
that was the school where I was notorious for being a troublesome child in.
All
So,
right.
so yeah, well, I'm in good terms with everyone now. It's like you put all the hopefully you bury the hatchet already with all the trouble I've caused. Like,
Okay. All right. Thank you. Next picture. Just a few more.
oh, this is our senior high ball. We're graduating there, and in the middle is my English teacher, Miss Borja. Then those are all my good friends. There's Blue, Clarence, GV, and we were all. It was we all Mrs. Borja was a very good teacher for me. She taught us a lot of literature, and she was a very one of she was one of my great teachers when I was there, and that's why we wanted a picture with her. And those are my friends, and until now we're all still very close friends.
Okay. Good. And then the next one. This is a photo with your parents. I think with the background, considering the background, this was in Japan, right? How did you find your trip to Japan?
That was back in 2015, and I really enjoyed Japan. It's a wonderful country. I loved how the people were very honest. They were very compassionate people. They were very always. Everyone was wary of their surroundings. They were always what do you call that? They were always looking out for one another, and I found it really nice because there were times that we get lost, and this someone would approach us and say, "Oh, you look like you're lost," and tell them where we're supposed to go, and it was something I thought was really beautiful. That you know, there were everyone was very considerate of each other, and the
All
food, of course,
right.
was amazing.
Of course. Right. Okay. Thank you for telling us about these photos. I have a question for you, Kyle. If you had not won Junior Master Chef, where would you be now? What do you think? Do you think of that?
Yes, I do think of that, and well, I think to myself that if I didn't win, it's like I don't think it would have changed what I want because it was an experience where I learned a lot. I learned how to work under pressure. It it gave me direction, and even until now, it's like I know where my end goal is, but still the road that I want to take getting there, it still changes. But I'm fairly certain that even if I didn't win, I'd still be the person pretty much have the same goals in mind, which is I want to be able to be a person who uh, helps other people, who like makes people happy. That's what I want to do.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, great. We have a very nice comment here from one your list of fans. Ayan, oh. Diba? One is one of the hosts here, and he's a celebrated puppeteer, puppet master. Malapit na yan mag-national artist level. Right. And then there's also a shout out. Hello, she's watching from Bulacan. That's my cousin, Bambi Nepo David. Speaking of shout out to Mabin Sanchez. He saved the day yesterday for me. Thanks, Mabin. All right. Okay, so Kyle, you went through a lot. You're only 20 years old, but you have huge insights. You went through these experiences, and now you're able to share these wise words. Do you have any advice to anyone, first first people who want to get into cooking, who want to get into the restaurant business, young and old, it doesn't matter, right? Like right now many people are discovering that they love to cook, or they even went to business kasi walang negosyo, di ba? Well, now we sell food from the home. What advice can you give to them?
What my first advice is, I'll quote the line in Ratatouille. We said anyone can cook, and I truly believe that. But it's like a lot of my friends say, "Oh, how do you know how to do this?" It's like you, I can't even fry an egg. They go like, but with me, I just had a head start. I started when I was 7, and that because of that, I was able to learn a lot as I was growing. And for anyone who wants to cook, it's like it's a for me, an important tip is to read. It's like a lot of people might think that because you're cooking, it's something that you have to uh, go and be good at it. Have to have be flashy. No, you can take things slowly. It's like the best way I could say is if you want to get good at it, cooking you first, and you want to start slow, you can go at it as exactly as you are going at a science experiment. You do things step by step. You have to study each step, that learn why you're doing it, purpose behind it, and for me, it's important to really know the basics. It's like practice your knife skills. You don't have to be fast or flashy when you start out. When I was a kid, of course, I started out as really slow, and that's normal. It's okay to be not good at it when you're starting, because that's how it was with me as well. It's like people I started. That's even if I started when I was 7, I wasn't good at it. I was just frying hot dogs, making pancakes. It's always start simple. That's one important thing.
All right. So don't be afraid. Start. Try something, anything, and you will learn from it. Right. And anyone who is now a master was once an amateur also. Nobody started out as a master. I'm a believer of that. We have another wonderful comment here from my friend William Gansha. He's saying, I'm a fan of both Kyle and Juan Lu. Is there Juan Lu? Did you hear that? Hi, Willie. Thank you for watching. And also Dr. Salve. She's watching right now, Kyle. Dr. Salve is watching. All right. Okay.
I don't tell that.
Right. Okay. So right now, we're calling in your mom again. She's part of the show again. Your mom has advice naman to parents. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have the video again from Kyle's mom, Mylene Imao, and Mylene and Kim. Thank you for allowing Kyle to be part of the show. And Mylene for sharing your thoughts as well, so that we share a complete picture, not just Kyle's perspective, but also their perspective as parents. And now Mylene is sharing her tips, based on her experience, especially when Kyle was a little kid. Let's have the video.
Once a child wants to achieve something, he has a mind of his own, it's a good thing. Be so grateful for it. We as parents cannot try to live our lives vicariously through our children. Kids have their own interests, they have their own goals. We have to guide them to realize what it is. Sometimes initially they don't know. It'll take a lot of observation, it'll take a lot of testing, bringing the kids to see, do you like this, do you like that? You have to give them options. Us, Kyle's parents, we're very kinesthetically inclined. We like movement, we like sports, we like activities. We brought Kyle into rock climb at the age of 2, running at the age of 5, martial arts at the age of 6 and 7. But it ends up that's not what he wanted to do. So a parent can push their own interests, agendas, their own goals, but if it's not what the child is geared towards, it's not really going to work. In the long run, the kid may try to achieve it in order to please the parents. Eventually, when they're older, they're going to realize what it is that they really want to do. My message to you, Kyle, is mainly this. No matter how many times I call you out, how many times I try to correct you, it's all for you. None of it has ever been to put you down or anything like that. It's to bring out the diamond that's in you. I've seen it. I've seen the diamond, and it's to help you shine. Remember, the most important thing that I always tell you, and you always ask me, is if I love you more than anything. Your father's not with me right now because you know why, he doesn't like cameras, but you know that the love we have for you is the reason why we're here.
There you go. What can you say about that?
Thanks, mom. Yeah, it's like, yeah. I've always known that she is always looking out for me, and she's never failed to express that.
Right.
Although she's very right about that. How when she started, they were getting into all sorts of sports and stuff. But it was just not it was not my thing, and I'm glad that my mother and my father, they both saw that it was not my thing, and they didn't force it upon me. It's like when they did come to the point, they saw that, oh, this is just not his thing.
Right.
They let me go into my own person, and that's one thing that I'm really grateful for, because a lot of people don't realize what they want to do until they're so much older, and it's important. And I'm glad that I was able to get a head start. That I knew which, I've got a very, I've got a rough image of what I really want to do. It's like it's never really clear where you want what you want to do I stand right now and what course of action I must take in order to achieve the
Right.
goals I have.
Okay. Right. Great. Congratulations. Very happy for you. You have so much ahead of you. So more power to that. Best wishes. I'm glad I met you. Thank you to my sister for hooking me up with Kyle and his family. My sister Yai Ortega. Shout out to you. My sister and Kyle have the same birthday. And my sister has known Kyle since he was a baby, according to her. Okay, so Kyle, let's promote your Facebook page.
So yeah, thank you. Please like Fat Clemenza page. We're not open right now. We're not because of the pandemic.
Quarantine. Yeah.
We haven't sorted out how we'll be able to operate on these, but we're sure that once hopefully when this is all done and things get better and there aren't any more people who are getting sick, hopefully that we'll be able to open again, and hopefully we'll be able to serve and make more people happy.
Okay, thank you very much, Kyle. This was a wonderful episode. I hope you had fun as well.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this interview. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm sorry if uh, there were times I'm sure it got choppy, but I'm so sorry. But thank you so much.
Thank you. And I hope to see you again. Maybe I can swing by your house again. I was actually at your house. I brought the ring light and I had that talk with your mom. That's what happened. Okay. So Kyle, please stay backstage, okay? Thank you once again for gracing our show, for sharing your insights and your young wisdom. But I'm sure our viewers had a lot of takeaways for themselves and maybe perhaps for their children also. You and your mom. Thank you, Kyle, Milan, and Kim. I'll see you again. All right. So that was Kyle, Adrian Imao. I hope you had a very nice time listening to the discussion about his life, the transformation from that young pasaway little boy to nakita nyo naman how inspiring he is right now. Mapapatanga ka, 'di ba? Kasi he's so young pero he speaks to us sa loob-loob natin. So thank you once again. Okay, so remember to share our live stream if you want to get the batter mixer. You have a chance at it. Okay, share our live stream on your wall, share our show, like our page on Facebook, of course, TNC Now, and then leave your interpretation of the quote. My favorite quote. I love it so much. Na it's on the back of my business card. Yeah, leave your interpretation in the comment, and you could choose your interpretation so you can get the batter dispenser. We also would like to give you a heads up for the upcoming episode. Next episode is on Monday. So as you know, U-Turn live streams Mondays and Thursdays at 10:30 in the morning. So next episode is on Monday, 10:30 a.m. And I am guesting Dr. Jennifer Abrenica Aranza. I'm so sorry. Ang haba eh. Dr. Jennifer Abrenica Aranza Mendez. She's a good friend of mine. So good. In fact, we've known each other since we were 5 years old. Taga-Marikina rin ito. So, shout out to all Mariqueños. And what Jen will be talking about is her experience as a COVID patient. So, imagine, she's a doctor. She tested positive. She was in the hospital. But now she's back in the front lines and making a difference again. So, abangan niyo po. That's Monday at 10:30 in the morning. Dr. Jennifer Abrenica Aranza Mendez. Dr. Jennifer Abrenica Aranza Mendez. There you go. All right. Another announcement coming up next. Today, Thursday at 10:30 in the morning, HR Hotline with Jessie Rebustilio. Okay, so wonderful world of HR. Pag-uusapan, if you have questions that are HR related, you can ask during the show. So stay tuned. Did I say 10:30? Sorry, 12 noon. Ulit. HR Hotline with Jessie Rebustilio. Tuesdays, Thursdays, today yun and Saturdays at 12 noon. Okay. I'm so sorry. But I'm having a good time and I hope you guys had a good time too. So please like our page, TNC Now, and also U-Turn on TNC. I'll see you again on Monday. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye. Happy lunch.